Hare Krishna, Namaste. The question is it bad to think of my good qualities? I have some good qualities. Should I be proud of those good qualities, or should I be humble and falsely deny those good qualities exist in me? If I start thinking of my good qualities, will I get punished? Will I get sin in return? Will I be considered as a rude person, not a humble person? Let's get to the answer shortly. For that, we must understand on what factors that one think oneself to be good. Two terms which are very much related to this question is respect and self-respect. According to the English dictionary, respect means esteem for something, a sense of the worth and excellence of a person, a personal quality or ability that manifests on a person sometimes or all the times. We recognize someone's special quality, either their character, their behavior, their knowledge, wisdom, position in the society, their wealth, their birth, their appearance. There could be such many things which may manifest in a person, which makes others to show some sort of esteem on that person through mind, word, or action. That is defined as respect. We respect someone based on any or some of these factors. Sometimes we say he is very respectable person. Sometimes we hear you must respect him, he is so and so. Or we ourselves say I respect him so much for his kindness, for his character, and so forth. Now let's see what is self-respect. According to the dictionary, again, it is proper esteem or regard for the dignity of one's character. Self-respect is when the same factors that we just discussed for the respect applies to one's own self, then it is said to be self-respect. Respecting one's own self for what they are based on the same factors like character, behavior, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, position in the society, their wealth, their birth, their appearance, etc. So in both cases, whether it is respect for others or respect for oneself, the defining factors are one and the same. Everything can be grouped into four buckets: one's birth, one's education, one's wealth, and one's appearance. Everything else is just a sub-product of these four. We saw some statements, some example of respect. I respect that person for his wisdom. I respect that person for his family lineage. I respect that person for his giving nature. Now let's see some examples for self-respect. Let's take a scenario. Say one of your friend calls you and inquires you why you did not come to the dinner party last night that took place in the downtown. To that friend you say, I have some self-respect. I would not go to such places. That means what you're trying to say is you value your belief, your culture, your tradition, your education, your family lineage, and you think doing such acts will bring disrespect to you and to people surrounding you. It brings disrespect to the knowledge that you have gained through your education, brings disrespect to your family and your tradition etc. So, based on our birth, education, wealth, we restrict ourselves from doing certain things. Let's take another example. Devotees, they have dhoti kurta, tilak on their forehead, kantimala on their neck. With these things, how will it be for us to imagine sitting in a Hollywood or a Bollywood movie theater? How will it be that we are sitting in a commercial restaurant? How will it be we play in casino? So one feels with these things, with tilak, kantimala and so forth, I have some self-respect that I need to maintain. Therefore, one totally avoids to these places. I was at a temple where one person holding chanting bag in her hand with tilak, with kantimala, but then literally fighting with someone else. When you see such person, such things happens, our idea of devotee is not matching with the behavior. Therefore, there's going to be a loss for that person's self-respect. Hearing this, we should not saying that is why I'm not applying tilak on my forehead, I'm not wearing kantimala, I do not wear dhoti kurta, etc. because it restricts my way of living. But unfortunately, that is not the right way of approach. These things are there to safeguard our self-respect. Therefore, as much as possible, we must at least have tilak and wear kantimala all the time. Those who have self-respect will put a boundary around them to protect their respect, and that respect does not fall under rajoguna or tamoguna. It is clearly under sattvika. With that self-created boundary, we will be very careful not to cross it. Crossing the boundary means losing the self-respect. We tell our mind that this is not good for me to do. I am a practicing devotee. I am a disciple of so and so. I am son of so and so. I am coming from this family background. I work for so and so. If I cross this boundary, the society views me differently and I lose my self-respect. One more time, this has nothing to do with ahankara. We will address that at the end. But for what I have learned, what I have practiced or practicing, I should not be doing such things. It will certainly bring my name down, bring bad name to me and to those who are in connection with me as well. If I do, then I'm compromising myself to certain things which I'm not supposed to do, and I lose my self-respect. I have good education, I think I'm qualified, but that doesn't mean that I can talk however I want with others. Doesn't mean I can become arrogant. If I do, then I lose my self-respect based on false or bad ego. I have good wealth. That doesn't mean that I can do anything and everything, humiliate others. If I do, then I lose my self-respect based on false and bad ego. I have some principles that I will not compromise at any cost. There is a saying, a tiger may starve but never eat grass. A self-respectful person will never compromise on his good principles. When a person sees some good things in them, that creates a self-respect for oneself, and that self-respect must be there to create a sort of a fear not to commit any mistakes and feeling of shame if at all one commits mistakes. So the point is, it is necessary it is important that one identifies the good things that they have within. If one is not able to identify the good thing in them, then they will not be able to contribute neither to their family nor to the community. Those who have some good things in them, in the name of humility, thinks that they have no good qualities, they don't have any special skills. They think, I can't do this service, I am not qualified. That person would be better than me. I am a fallen soul. Then they are simply not understanding what humility means. They are simply getting fooled, thinking this to be humility. Using one's good ability in a humble state is what needs to be practiced. Not that stop doing the service or refuse to take up appropriate service based on one's skills, thinking oneself to be very humble by doing so. Self-respect and ego is not one and the same, but they are very close to each other, and they both share the same reasoning factors as we discussed earlier, like education, birth, appearance, wealth, and so forth. Self-respect goes beyond body and think of Atma, whereas ego, ahankara, focuses only on body, not on Atma. Here we are comparing self-respect and ego, that of Rajas and Tamas. A self-respectful person knows the difference between Atma and Deha, that is self and body, whereas a egoistic person sees no difference between self and body. So the question is it bad to think oneself good? Answer is no, not at all. It is part of being self-respectful. But if one thinks of oneself good, and if their vision of respect others is getting covered, then that is not good. If one start thinking great of being good and start demanding respect from others, then certainly that is not good. The mood should be, well, it is because of the Lord's mercy I have some of these good qualities. As Krishna himself confirmed that Buddhir Jnanam Asammoha Kshama Satyam Dhama Kshamaha Sukam Dukkam Bhavabhavo Bhayam Chabhayam Evacha Ahimsa Samata Tushtish Tapodhanam Yasho Yashaha Bhavanti Bhavabhotanam Matta Eva Pratak Vidaha. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. Just because he created does not mean that he doesn't have control of it like any other product that we buy in the market. Once we purchase the product, then that particular product is under our control on how we use it. Whereas in this case, Krishna is a creator plus also is a controller. Therefore, when we see some of these good qualities in us, then we should be thankful to Krishna that it is simply Krishna's mercy that I have these qualities. What is given to me out of Krishna's mercy should be safeguarded with proper self-respect. The best thing would be to focus on Krishna's auspicious, unlimited qualities than meditating upon our own qualities. Thank you. Hare Krishna.